First off, that trust was not only amongst the pilots, it was amongst the whole organization. As I was watching that, I was thinking about you as partners, their partner relationship with Cisco, the trust that has to be there. But it's not just the trust between you and Cisco, it's the trust between your customers and you. It's absolutely critical, right? So I'm going to use this word contracts here, and what I mean by contracts is I don't mean the written contracts. Of course those are important. I want to go to the 0.01%. We talk about verbal and nonverbal contracts. We talk about these agreements between individuals. You heard Dino. Dino was the guy on the tape. He said, I trust 2, I trust 3, I trust 4 to do what they say they're going to do, and they can trust me to do what I'm going to do. It was that simple. What I noticed at the highest levels of high performance, most of the interaction is done verbally. Most of the contracts are a handshake. We had a lot of mentoring that was going on in the Blue Angels. Of course you had training and all these things, but when you get to that high level, you have a lot of this mentoring. And I can tell you we did most of the execution on verbal agreements. I'll give you an example. Thumper and I, here's the challenge. Thumper's my opposing solo. Our challenge was this. Objective, come at each other 1,000 miles per hour closer, cross over a center point within a wingspan. And remember, for 1 second off, we're going to miss by 2 football fields, right? So this is how we did it. Well, you know, of course we briefed it, but airborne. I'm sitting airborne. This is just one maneuver in 30. I know when I need to start the maneuver. I know I have 50 seconds to get my jets over this point. Why? Because I have to coordinate with my other team members. We all know part of the biggest challenge in business is coordination, right? So when I'm ready to go, which experience tells me, I come up on the radio and I ask Thumper one simple question. I say, are you ready to take a mark? You see, what I'm really doing is I can't see him or her, you know that, in virtual. So I'm trying to find out if they're in position to succeed. So we had a contractor where they could say no. So if Thumper said no, he had 5 seconds to get his butt ready, because I'm going to ask him again. I never have to ask more than twice. So I would say this, Thumper, you ready to take a mark? He'd say, ready to take a mark. I say, stand by market. Boom, boom, boom. We'd start our stopwatches. Next contract was this, 20 seconds. 20 seconds, I want you on your 3-mile checkpoint. I want you on altitude, on airspeed, on time. Guess what? Don't care how you get there. It's a nice partner relationship. Player-coach agreement. I'm going to be doing the same thing. Then I needed to trust my team member to do what he or she said they were going to do. Yes, in training, we would talk about it. Now we're in front of the customer. My contract was this. I'll be on the flight line. I won't be 5 foot left or 5 foot right. I'll be right on the flight line. I'll set the altitude. I'll make the timing corrections. I'll give you the command when to execute the maneuver. You, my wingman, my partner, have one job. Miss me. Yeah, biggest game of chicken you ever played, right? But it wasn't a game and it wasn't chicken. Why? We had discipline, focus, and contracts. I remember looking out there sometimes going, man, I hope he corrects. He goes by so close, you saw my head get thumped from the airflow going over the canopy. I'd go, man, that was close. Meanwhile, you recage your brain. Why? 29 other maneuvers to do in 45 minutes. So think about the contracts you have with your customers. Those verbal and nonverbal agreements that say you can trust me, you can count on me. How about the nonverbal contracts that just say we're in this together? We'll do whatever it takes to make it work. A partner for life, that's a pretty good contract.